Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on another Mindful Merchants Live. Today's special guest is Nana Tink Treasures.
Yay!
Trish,
Hello,
And
everybody.
thank you
you
for
know
being
my
here.
co-host on the side here, the Lone Star
Hey,
Picker, Louie.
guess who I have over here? This is better known as my other better half here. He's a smarter one. It's Cali Reseller Luis. So if you guys get confused, you can call us Lou and Lou. This
Yep.
is Luis. I'm Louie.
Mhm.
And this is Nana Tink Treasure. She's really AKA Trish. So but she loves Nana, I think.
Yep.
Would you like to introduce
Do you
yourself?
call how do you say his name? You say Louis?
I say Luis. It's like the
Luis.
traditional.
Yeah, it's Luis, but some people say Louis or Louis.
That's what I always thought. Louis.
Yeah, I'm
Spanish
used to it.
derivative? Is it?
What was that?
Luis.
Yeah,
The Spanish derivative of Luis.
yeah. In Spanish, they say Louis. It's mentioned Luis.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
The only
used to
reason
it either way.
yeah, I knew because I grew up in Cali, and I knew a lot of Luises, and of course, being that mine is the same name, it's just spelled differently. Like this,
Yeah.
it's mine spelled the French spelling.
Yeah.
But in a lot of Italian families, I'm half Italian, so there's a lot of Luises.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. When I was in Italy, they would call me Luis.
Mhm.
Louis.
It's the vowel pronunciation.
Yeah,
so
it's just the way the pronunciation
I could
is.
get
Yeah.
in this mix. You know my middle name?
Louise.
My middle name is Louise.
Oh,
You mean I guessed it right? Really? I'm sorry to
Yep.
jump so fast.
Louise.
wow.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, I'm Louie. This is Louise, and this is Louise.
Louise.
So we got the triple Lou's
The
here
truth to
today.
lose, yep.
You know what? It
That's
is
crazy.
festive and unique season right now. And before we start, we're gonna have Trish introduce herself in just a couple minutes. But I want to kind of give us a little festive cheer. Feel that joy in your heart, you guys. Let's keep our minds open. Let's keep our hearts open. This is a stressful and pressured time for resellers, but not just resellers, but buyers too.
Yep.
Think about the pressures that we all have to go through. And time is ticking for whether you celebrate this holiday or that holiday or another. But hey, Luis, let's give some hellos. I'm going to go ahead, and you know what I always forget is I think we have to do the pressing in to highlight in StreamYard. And their first guest was guess who?
Dana.
And she said everyone. That means Louise down below here. It's like, Trisha Louise. That's what my new nickname for you is, Trisha Lou. All right, and this lovely lady here. If you guys don't know, Nana Tink Treasures, better known as Trish, she just gave us a little hint about her middle name. Go subscribe and like, and you better know her because this is one of the hardest working YouTubers. And we got to say something. Louise and I were talking about this. We have a congratulations in order. I understand that you reached 1,000 pinnacles last month, was it?
Yeah, last week. Hey, Regina, last weekend.
Last weekend. Yeah.
It's Regina Michelle. She's a lovely reseller. She's
Regina.
a mom. She is a hustler. She can sing. Let me tell you. And
I love Regina.
She cooks. Let me tell you. She cooks. Look who else is in the house. We got a fellow Texan here.
Small town picker.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Gail. We're happy to see you. You guys. We have Show Me Pickers. Brian's in the house. Woo,
Brian. What's up, Brian?
He is one savvy guy, and he's like about a state or two above me. When I say state above me, I'm talking about intellectual levels, haha. But literally, he's above Texas, right above me. So we got everybody here so far. It looks like we got quite a few people in. If I read my little thing right about good, almost a little over half a dozen, maybe going on a dozen pretty soon. People roll in a little late. Oh, how could I forget? I just about skipped him. This savvy dude walks right in. Look at this. LOL.
Hey,
all right.
Derek.
Freedom. That's Derek. He talk about savvy parents. That's a savvy dad.
Yeah.
And guess who's here, Luis?
Mark. Hey, Mark. How you doing, buddy?
Mark, he's new to me.
Oh, really? Luis, tell Miss Louise down below here, Miss Trish, about Mark.
I should have never told you that.
Hello, Victoria.
Hey, there's my girl.
There she is.
Hey.
Zygon Tiger, he likes to go to the auctions and stuff. I've seen him at Luis's. And,
Yeah.
Nice.
Victoria, thank you for coming. We got two people here. Victoria isn't alive right now, and we got Miss Trish down below that did this wonderful thing with it was the bluegrass picker, and we did we were all kind of, Luis and I joined in as part of it, but there was like oh gosh, there was just dozens of people that really participated in this. And I think a lot of the people in the chat, like Derek, we did this little benefactor, we'll call it a benefactor for Jennifer Hayes, and that was a wonderful time.
Yeah, I call it an event because it was some kind of an event.
That was like woo!
Yeah.
Hi in three. Oh, the three Lou's. Did you see that? Mark said.
So that's Mark.
Lou's. That's Mark right there.
His name is
I'm going
Mark.
to mark it down. I have a cheat sheet of people's names. Victoria taught me this. She actually got me this here, and it's so much easier to try to remember people's names.
Yep.
Well, so we got our folks here today, and there's going to be more rolling in. We'll try to stop and say hi. And look at this. We'll talk about another savvy dad.
There's Eric.
Hey, Eric. How you doing, buddy?
Eric, thank you for coming. We enjoy everybody here. Thank you. They're a little tight-knit family. And I've been getting some feedback, too, like on the shows. There's a lot of people that come back and rewatch it because we know this is a hard time frame, but it works for Luis and I. But it's a unique time on YouTube. People don't or can't take advantage of 3 o'clock and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So in talking about that, time management and just these times around the holidays and the pressures that are, going on, first and foremost, let's let our guest introduce herself and tell her a little bit about herself. And let's start off on that topic. Let's talk about the pressures that are time management, whatever that is going on this time of the year. Because every time I talk to you, it's hard to get a hold of you.
Yeah, it really is. I'm Nana Tink Treasures, like you said, also known as Trish. And I've been a full-time reseller and am still a full-time reseller on eBay since pretty much eBay started, although I stopped many, many years in between because life comes in and family comes in. And so, you kind of have to go with that. But the stress, and now I've probably been back in it at least 5, 6, I don't know how many years for sure, but having a family life and when your husband gets sick and has to have a heart transplant and things happen. So you kind of put everything else on hold. And now I'm back in, especially this past year. I've really been pushing it and really into selling and doing YouTube full force. And now the holidays are coming, the stress of it and everything else that's going on in this world. It's not easy. It's really not. Just take it as you can. And can I give the example of today what happened with my packages?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I want us to take a different taste. And real quick, how long have you been doing reselling, Trish? Would you say?
Well, like I said, I've been reselling since I started on eBay when eBay started for the most part.
And so, would you say you're a full time or a part time?
I'm definitely full time. I've been full time, although I was part time on and off throughout the past 20 some years.
Real quick, I want you to tell us this story. I just want to say hi. Big girls really do cry. She's a good friend of mine. I've just learned to just in a short period of time, I feel incredibly privileged to get to know her. She's a good, human and soul and a wonderful YouTuber. If you guys don't know her, she's from the United Kingdom and watch her stuff. She's so elegant. She's just giving of her time and energy. She has wonderful, just random chats. She considers herself used to be a reseller. A lot of her friends are a lot of the UK resellers. Of course, we said Regina. Miss Sandra is out of North. She's you remember Nana? You guys met on Luis's channel, and she's north of me in the Round Rock area, north of Austin. And Lady Like Junk is here. Thank you for being here, Danica. Good to see you. Danica. Hey, look, Bear Flag Mercantile. So, and then of course we had
Bear Flags.
He declined this message real quick. I'm sorry, Mom's calling me.
Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
We're there. Oh, we got one more. Wendy. Hey,
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
She's got a different picture today.
I was just going to say that. Where's her avatar little thing?
There's Miss Jennifer.
The lady.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Well, it's good to have you guys in the chat. So tell us, you said something happened. Was it today or as of late?
It was today, and I had 8 packages that needed to go out today, which I have them, and I always do it. I request to pick up the night before. They go on my front porch because I live out in the country, and my mailbox is way down my driveway and across the street. But they didn't pick them up, and I just got so frustrated because not only did he not pick them up, and I know now it wasn't my regular post
Okay.
person because it's usually a woman and this was a man. And he had to deliver a big package to me and he put it right on my front porch. So he had to see all these 8 packages to be picked up and he didn't pick any of them up. He just left. And I was very frustrated and I thought, maybe I should call the local post office and complain. And then I said to my husband, no, I'm not going to do that. It's hard time of year. Everybody's frustrated. He's not used to the route. Let him just be, I thought. So I didn't call. I'll just bring them in and let them pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you actually brought this up because I've talked to Luis about this, and Luis in the past is like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to deal with that stuff. Tell him your experience, Luis. Like you had, in a nutshell, like.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same thing happen to me a while back where I was leaving packages, and he was delivering packages, but they weren't taking them. So, I mean, one day I understand maybe he forgot or anything, but when it started happening more and more, I was like, okay, something's not right here. So the next day I waited for him out there and I asked him, hey, why are you not taking my packages? And at that time they were switching they were trying to find a replacement mail person because apparently the person that was picking up packages before had got transferred somewhere else. And he told me that he didn't know how to scan to receive the packages to take them.
Oh, so see, that's a good reason. If you don't know something, he didn't want to get in trouble not knowing.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
Well, and that's an interesting thing. So it's kind of like, in a way, it goes back to the whole concept. This is what I wanted to say, like with you guys, and and this is part of my strategy too, about being mindful and being aware and just having compassion and just having a higher consciousness of, like, instead of getting really which we have the right to be aggravated,
Yeah, definitely.
But it's how do you react to it? So like when you have a better understanding, like, oh, okay, they're new, they don't understand. And it's not like they're trying to be, my first reaction, I hear bad rumors like, they're just lazy and they don't, this guy's, it's not his route. He doesn't care. And you also got to take things in consideration. For example, like, did the thought cross your mind, Trish? Like, this is a pretty tough time of year.
Well, that's one reason why I didn't call is because the guy that had delivered it, he has done it before. He's familiar with even my address and everything.
Yeah.
I just think, and it was later than today than normal. So I just think he is backed up and just in a hurry and just wants to get done. I don't blame him. And that's why I just thought, I'm not going to call. What's it going to do? So I know if I called, they would send somebody out tonight. And they would have somebody come and pick them up. And why would I want to do that to somebody else? It's not going to kill me if the packages don't go out till tomorrow. It's fine, So I'm
and that's
not
great if that's the case. Yeah. But like when we have our pressure on, it's like this. It's like a division line. It's like them against us when it really isn't. It's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I mean?
Wendy said that she had the same issue. Driver pulled into her driveway and left without picking up the packages. It does happen, especially this time of year. I might have been more angry if it wasn't this time of year when I know they're not as, hounded.
And here's one from Gail. Gail says, haha, I text the postmaster and they get right on it. I don't hesitate. It's not a good reason. The guy is trained. If he doesn't know why, I mean, I get that, but I guess, Gail, what we're saying is we try to also, we don't want to burn any bridges. Like if it's a carrier that you're gonna be stuck with for a while and you don't even know, it's better to stay on the good side of things. And I think that's what I was trying to bring up with the buyer and the seller, or they're kind of our customer in some ways, or vice versa, or maybe they look at us as their customer. But the thing is it's still a two-way street, and we got to get along to some extent, and it really comes down to it is, do you want that inner stress to really build up in you? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying what Gail is saying is wrong, but I'm just very careful. Like, I want to pick my battles wrong. Like, if you get a guy that's blatantly like losing your packages and just doesn't care, and you see him not doing a good job, you might want to help him get retrained. Or somebody did a video on this, and I'm trying to remember who it was. As Anthony, that used to do the morning show, he did one where he actually recorded his post office guy, and let me tell you, it was pretty mean spirited. The guy was cussing, And he put it in. What it was this film from his doorknob. You know, they have those video cameras, Trish, and the guy was like just angry. And then he put it in and made a video out of it. I thought it was kind of funny. He made the guy's voice muted, so it was like, "Why are you going to those packages?" You know. And it turns out he said the next day that guy quit.
Oh wow.
And a thought crossed my mind was like, what happens if that guy had kids? What happens if he had a family? What happens if he had mental issues? You know. And I thought, oh wow, you know, it's kind of scary. You know, it's
scary.
a thing to think. You know, you
That
wonder.
is scary.
You know, it's hard. I mean, I'm not. You know, people think, oh, you're too nice, Louie, at times. Oh, I mean, I can be mean.
Oh yeah, don't cross me.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
you know,
on
Jay
that same
says,
kind, sort of on that same kind of situation today.
Yeah.
My husband was supposed to be getting a package, and it's late, and he checked, and he got an email today from the company, and the company was saying that they were sorry that they somehow swapped his package with somebody else's. They had already requested to have the package returned to them, and they will get his package out ASAP. And this is off of eBay too that he ordered this, and he was upset, and I'm like, well, you know, you have to think about it. He says he has like over 20,000 positive, 100% positive feedback. And I'm like, that just tells you how busy he is. Give him a break. At least they caught it. At least they know. At least they're letting you know. And I was going on, and he looked at me and he goes, now you sound like a typical reseller.
yeah, there is that. Yeah. And that's interesting. So like, how do we react and how do they react? And I also I've learned when it comes to business, I don't overreact. Like, you know, when you write an email letter, just keep it strict, short, and sweet, you know. But I mean, I get like what Gail said. She's like, I understand that. She's like, but we're rated on our handling time. So it's that double-edged sword. You know, it's hard.
Well, yeah. And if it was longer than like from today till tomorrow, I wouldn't worry about it because I am one day that I mail out. So it's already the label's been done. It's been created. So the customer that's buying all these items, they know that it's on, and eBay's going to see that, you know, the label's done. And it's whether it's going to be there, especially this time of year, if it's going to be there in 4 days or 5 days or 6 days, I don't think picking up today or tomorrow is going to make any difference as far as, you know, as far as rating me on my eBay.
Exactly. You know, we got Big Girls Really Do Cry. She says her name is Lainey, by the way. Is they usually the company's fault sometimes because they take temporary staff. And yeah, lately in the United States, a lot of our carriers this time of year, and I say carriers, not just the United States Postal Service, but others, they hire temps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know about Amazon's ordeal, right?
Yes, they hire. You can drive your own car for Amazon now to deliver packages.
Oh, you can use your own car? Wow. They're just squishing blood out of a rock, as far as I'm concerned. Oh my gosh.
I kind of see both sides, being the reseller, and then also on top of that, my our oldest son, he actually is a driver for UPS, so I know what he goes through as a driver and a deliverer person. He tells me stories.
I think we touched a nerve with the people in the live, because even Derek's like, I get it. I'm going to say this in Derek's voice. It's like, I get it, but people are paid to do their job. You know? I can see him saying that, screaming it out. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with Derek. Like, one day is one thing, and that's why I'm not concerned, and I didn't do anything today. But when it's multiple, that's a problem. That's what I agree with. Yes.
What I've done in the past is I usually write notes and this and that. And, you know, if it doesn't help, then, you know, what do? You have to take measures into your own hand to some extent, I guess.
Yeah.
But
and then they have UPS, and my son said he put in 60 hours last week, and that was the end of that. Starting this week, he is on a 70-hour week now. And they had hired 100,000 new people throughout, and they are looking for 500,000 others. And so that tells you how quick they're going to hire people that really don't know what they're doing. Like you said, there's no time for training.
No.
There never really is, you know, in this day and age too. So here's the thing. When you talk about businesses, and one of the most successful businesses we have right now is Amazon, alongside the other platforms that are working hard. And I think eBay's up their game in terms of how they, some people say, oh, it's more against the seller and versus, you know, the more for the buyer and vice versa. But I tell you what, their strategy of ensuring that we have tracking and stuff like that is a great resource for us, and yeah, we are compensated, in sense of like, we get penalized if we don't provide that tracking information, and on a timely basis. Like we wait 5 days later and then print the label. That's just not, good business. But it comes back to logistics. You got Amazon that's like worked so hard to refine this, but at the same time, they're like a mastermind at this game. Like, you mess
eBay
up.
has upped their game a lot in the past 20 years. eBay has become so more for the seller than they ever have. And I know that a lot of people selling now don't agree with that, and they think it's horrible in that. Well, you should have been around 20 years ago when eBay was first started. I'm telling you, the sellers got nothing. It was, you lost money, you lost your item, and it didn't matter. And oh well for you.
Yeah,
exactly. They've changed a lot. eBay has changed a lot over these years,
as well as they need to. It's like, yeah. Let me see. Let me go back here. It seems like I missed a couple. By the way, Mo is in here. He's reseller niche. He's here. I was on a live with him this morning. He's a great guy, very insightful. He's a mindful reseller. I can tell just by the way I talk to him. Like, he takes things in different strategies and whatnot. And so he's a good guy to have here. Show me pickers. That's Brian. Is it Brian? Yeah.
Yeah.
He said we have a great postal worker, and we have a bad one. And it says it sucks very much. She doesn't like us because we have a lot of items going. Well, yeah, and we got to try to like, do like what I talked about. Another thing is external considering. It's hard. James,
be kind to your postal people, and they'll be kind to you.
Oh yeah.
Luis, let's talk about that. And Trish, Luis, what do you do for your postal worker?
Well, I mean, after all that ordeal that happened, they finally found a permanent postman for our route for our neighborhood. Okay, and he's been doing awesome. He picks up all my packages, and no problem. I mean, since
have you talked with the new one now? Have you?
Yeah. He's been great. He does everything. He comes and he knows I ship out every day, so he comes and he scans all the packages before he loads them in his truck.
Okay.
So how long has it been now that you have the new one? How long has it been?
About 2 months now. Around 2 months.
It's not that long from when I talked to you, Luis.
It's not that long. It's about 2 months.
You're building your relationship, right?
Yeah, I built a relationship with them. So he, and I told him straight out, you know what, as it gets later in the year, I'm gonna have more packages. And he goes, oh, no problem, I'm ready. So he stops by every day. And I started from going from 10 packages to 12. And 2 weeks back, I started going from 20 to 30 packages up to a couple of days ago on that Friday, I had 42 packages.
Holy crap. We've had 42 going out.
Yeah. So I helped him actually take everything up to his truck.
Oh, really?
On my driveway while he was scanning them, because I told him, you know what, I'll bring them up and you scan them. So he was scanning them as I was putting them up. And he does a great job. He never complains, and he's always, cool about it. So the way I compensate him, I always give him a Starbucks gift card when I see him, and I tell him, you know what, thank you, I appreciate what you do, I appreciate your patience and your hard work. So I always make sure I take care of him all the time.
That says a lot, and you don't have to give the card, but you did. And that's a nice frosting on the cake. But the cake was, I think, when you just said thank you, I appreciate your hard work. Yeah. They may not hear it consciously right away because they're like, okay. But then they're going to go away, and they're going to go away with a good feeling. And I think that's really important in our business. These are the people that take care of us. Imagine, I've heard horror stories like in Russia about the postal service. But look, Jay Marie says the same thing. She's like, I'm trying to think of a good gift card to get my mail carried. Well, Starbucks, I gave mine. I'm going to jump in and just say it to cut it short. I just gave mine for the first or second time I've given him one, and I already have one stashed away for December. But I just said, this is just not only because I appreciate you and you're always taking care of me, but I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And, because we talk about each other, we talk about our families and this and that. You get to know these people. That's building a relationship. Like you said, Trish, how long have you known your postal carrier lady that you have?
Well, the good thing about it is we had one since we moved out here, and he was the best. He was so awesome. I just loved him. He retired last year. So now we got the new one, and the new one, she's a girl, and she is just as good. So I'm very fortunate. Awesome. But and talking about what do you do for your postal person, when he was always delivering our mail, he would always pull into my driveway and come to the house, where
Mhm.
she doesn't. She stays out in the road and runs across my yard to go put stuff on. And I last week actually,
Wow.
I asked her, I said, you can pull in my driveway. I don't care if
Yeah.
if you think we're getting mad. And
But
she said, no.
that shows their consideration, though, whether it's trained or not.
She prefers it that way because then she doesn't have to worry about backing up or anything. It's just easier for her. And I said, okay, just whatever works for you. That's fine. I just wanted you to know. And she goes, no, but thank you for letting me know. And that's what I do. And then like the beginning of summer when this here all hit, one thing I did to her, we got free little bottles of sanitizer, so I gave her one and she thanked me. I give her bottles of water. She thanks me. You have to do those little
things. I like to do when it's hot summer. I get him bottles of water, and it turns out I found out mine. Guess what he likes? He's a kind of a hefty guy. I don't know how he does it, but he walks blocks and blocks. But you build that muscle up, and he's just like, I gave him a Gatorade because I said, I don't have any water, but I got a Gatorade. He's, I'll take that.
Yeah.
He's sweating out there, and it gives them a little bit of now, if they don't like it, you kind of learn. You got to go, well, do you like this? I don't want to give it to you. If anything, they got a bargaining tool with the guys, that they're passing. Hey, you owe me a coffee. Here's a.
What else I do in the middle of summer is our garbage men that pick up our garbage. They work so hard. I can't even imagine out in that heat nonstop and picking up garbage. How bad is that? So I always offer them water or something to drink. Well, when I see,
what does it take to be a kind, just a kind gesture? It's it sounds mushy, and I know there's probably people watching this.
No, it's not.
I just think it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do, and not only that, then you're taken care of too. I've never had an issue with having my garbage being picked up or the mail.
Some people go, "Oh, it's karma," and this. It shouldn't matter about the karma.
Yep.
The karma is you just do the right thing, and things will happen in the ebb and flow of the universe. Depending on. Hey, by the way, I want to say hi to Johnny Cajun Roots Resellers. There, he says I give my delivery guy cash in a card. Wow, that guy's got class. I'm gonna come over there and work for you, Johnny.
Yeah, I've done that. I do gift cards.
Jennifer Hayes says I'm flirting with her.
I'm sure everybody has like local little. We have what's called sheets. It's like you can get food and gas and everything, and it's like. What is Sonics? People might have Sonics or different places like that.
Yeah, even if you got them a gift card for Sonics, they can take their thing real quick. When it's hot, they're like, Now, mine's smart. I know most carrier guys are like this. Now, if you guys are up to it and you're really feeling good, like I'm doing good in my business. Here's an idea, And by the way, we have another guest. Look who popped in. Hey, guys.
Leroy. Oh,
hey,
my
Leroy.
gosh.
Leroy.
You're here. I'm so happy to see you and talk to you live in person, kind of, sort of.
Thanks for joining us today, Leroy. We're talking about common courtesy and just being polite. And, that's kind of what's coming up, like especially around postal carriers. Yeah. I couldn't think of a better guy. I bet you take care of your postal carrier, don't you?
You're muted, Leroy.
Oh, you're still muted. Okay, take it off of mute when you get a chance. Okay. Take your time.
No rush, Leroy.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right, good.
Perfect.
I was here when you started. I'm trying to get some listings done, so I was backstage.
You can pop in and pop out. You can stay as long as you want. We got like another 20, 30 minutes, but hey.
Yeah, we're good.
We're happy to have you. We're just we're kind of doing a surprise guest thing today. We're just kind of, we're in our 11th episode, and Luis and I said, do we want to keep doing this? Do we, is this good for the community? And I think, what do you want to do, Luis? You want to push this into next year?
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Let's keep this going.
Awesome.
I think this is important to have. Talking about mindful merchants, if you guys don't know Leroy, when I first met Leroy, he was always polite. He's never been discourteous in the live chats. Yep. He's one of the greatest guys. I did a live with him. It was fun. I've just gotten to do lives with you, like when we go on Eric's channel, OBX.
Yeah.
And it's fun to chat with you. And you know what's nice is you always reach out and you want to make those connections with people. Not that we can always do it because everybody's times are different, but you've been very, I think you're an instrumental part of this community, so talking about how to behave and I would love to see you with your postal carrier. Tell us a story.
I mean, like you guys were saying, I mean, Nana said it perfectly. Respect those how you want to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
Right.
I mean, I just do that with everybody. It doesn't matter if it's my postal carrier. It doesn't matter whoever it is. I mean, there's times I get upset. I'm not always smiley, bubbly, and you know, I can get upset. But you know, at the end of the day, you have to just respect everybody how you want to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all act different around different people, you know. But
That's
you
true
know, if
too.
you don't really know somebody, just treat them how you want to be treated.
That's true. You never know what's going on with them or what kind of day are they having or
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
what kind of life are they having, you know?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
But my postal carrier, like you had said, here in South Carolina, I just bring it to the post office because I got two post
Uh,
office within. I got two of them within a half a mile, and
nice.
then my main post office is only 3.5 miles away. But when I was back in Rhode Island, my postal carrier, she would drive through the neighborhood, and I would put, if I had too many packages, I'd put a note in the mailbox that it's on the stairs. And every once in a while, she'd drive through, and if I had a lot, I'd wait for her because I could hear her van on the other side. So I'd
Okay.
go and I'd wait outside, and I'd give her $5 throughout the year. I mean, Christmas is great, but throughout the year, I would try to give her $5, $10, and you know, nobody knows her, and I'll stop after this. But it was funny because I always tried to bless her and you know give her extra money.
Mm-hmm.
One day I was going to pay my cell phone bill, and there was one of those check cashing places that you know they're like highway robbery, and I saw her going in there with somebody, and I said, imagine if I didn't give her the money that I gave her whenever I gave it to her. Like apparently she needs extra money before it's time for her to get her bills. You know, that's the only reason you'd be walking into that place. I never said anything, but I just continued to do what I was doing. And that's why I say, you know, it's always great. Like this time of the year, please bless your postal person and take care of them. But do it every day. Like
Yeah,
all
that's what I was going to say. Everybody's so great this time of year, but
Yep.
carry it out all year long. I
All
mean,
year
they're
long.
delivering your mail every day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like Mo, who's in here, is reselling, and she says, you know, you're a classy guy, Leroy. There's a lot of classy people. Leroy is. I'm never gonna take that away from you. But it's just, I think when a time we get to, what we're talking about is patience. You know, patience is a virtue of, and I know people are like, oh God, you're gonna get mushy, but it's a virtue of love. You know, it's just about just being kind. And I'm not talking about romantic love or anything, just being, you know, loving and giving to somebody else. This is supposed to be the time of the year where it's a lot of light and joy going on. You know, what's the common courtesy, simple little act of just holding a door open for somebody, you know, just greeting them, you know, smiling at somebody, look at them in the eye and say, hey, I hope you have a nice day, you know. And I
Right.
had people come back to me and go, do you know that you were like the first person in like, you know, all year that's ever even said anything like that to me, you know, and their heart's like, you know, and it's like, wow. You know, I mean, that all it takes is just a simple act of kindness, you know.
yep, you can make that change in somebody's day.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's true.
Well, let me do this real quick. While Leroy's here, I'm going to do this, and I want to play a little game here. We got a giveaway, Luis.
Yes, sure do.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, you guys in the chat, we got 24 here. We're not gonna spin any wheels. We're not gonna do anything particular like that. But talking about acts of kindness and giving things, we want to give back to you guys. This is we're almost done with this year. We're not going to be able to do this all the time, but everybody that's listening in the chat, Luis, tell them what we're going to do. We're gonna do what? We're gonna play a little game, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna see how good they have paid attention to Nana Tink Treasure's YouTube channel.
Oh,
so it's
All
gonna
right,
involve
guys.
Nana Tink's Treasure's channel.
So how can we do this? Let's ask him a question, and the first person in the live chat that adds this, we got 23 people in here, and I'm sorry if you're coming in late, but you know we gave a little heads up here. The first person that can answer this question, Luis, you want to ask the question?
Sure.
This is about Nana Treasure, right?
Yes, this is Nana Ting Treasures. When did Nana Ting Treasures drop her first video ever?
And you guys, the first one to throw that in the chat, we're going to give you a Starbucks gift card. May not be a lot, but it's going to be a little gift card. So you guys are going to have to do some homework. First one, they can get over to Nana Ting's Treasures. You're going to have to dig. It's there.
Yep,
First
it's
one,
there.
and maybe somebody knows it. Oh, okay. Okay, Brian's in the house. We got Brian. Thank you for coming. The question, we're going to have a little game. If you can jump on your game here, you guys. The first person that mentions Nana Ting Treasures first video, what day was it? What day was it? And the approximate time, like, you know, when she did that.
Yep.
Oh, come on, guys. This is, you know what it is? They're taking a long time because they're all going back to her channel.
They're going to my channel and looking. They're not dumb. They know.
Wait a minute. Is that right? No. Not. Wendy is not right.
I can give a hint. It hasn't been a year yet.
We got to have the day, though. We got to have the day and the month, right?
Day in the month.
But this week is your first anniversary on YouTube, right? Oh, so that's a hint.
There's a hint right there.
Somebody got it. There it is. Boom.
I don't see it yet.
Everybody wouldn't looked at it. Now they're getting it.
Who's it, Zygon? I have him first on the thing. Is that who? He says December. Yeah, he hit it right on the dot. Lady Luck, you were close, but you were off by 10 days, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, you were close. Lady Luck said the 19th, but if you minus 10 days from that, Mark.
Well, it looks like Mark and Dana came in almost at the same time.
Simply Dana, yeah.
But Dana said the 19th, didn't she?
No. She says, let's go. You got to look back on the. It looks like Dana and Mark came in at the same time.
Yeah, but Danica has said the 19th.
Simply Dana said the 9th.
The 9th, yeah.
Oh, I see I see it second. First she said 19th.
Oh, okay.
But
they're always different. They're always different on the StreamYard than they are on YouTube. Yeah. Even if you have in live chat, it's different.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
I'm talking about which one counts? Is it the StreamYard?
Exactly, whichever one you actually even on StreamYard, I see Simply Dana first. I don't know why.
Yeah, I see her first on mine.
No disrespect. I'm pretty sure I think it's Zygon Tiger because he put up there, at least on both of these, I'm seeing it. I don't know. I mean, but I see where you're getting. Yeah, it's kind of going back and forth. But I still see him before Lady Luck said it. So.
Well, we're not talking about Lady Luck.
Oh
no, not her. It's just between Dana and Mark.
Dana. I'm sorry. I thought you said Danica. My bad. Okay, so maybe Simply Dana. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you guys both a gift.
We're gonna give it to both of them. Yep.
Okay. So what you guys do is down below. Email me, please. It's my email address should be down below. If not, you guys are both on Instagram, correct? Just Instagram me and give me your address, email address. Give me your email address you use the most. We're going to email this to you. So, okay, I'm sorry, my bad. I was thinking Danica when you said Simply Dana. Yeah, we're going to give them. They kind of came in right, you know what? And the times are right at the same time. So, there we go. There's our first giveaway.
Steven Mark says, I think Dana was first.
We're going to give them both. So, because they came in right at the same time. So, they're like, within the same minute or so, but we're good. We're going to give those away, and that's it.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. So, Leroy.
Yes, sir.
What has been your biggest challenge so far this year in terms of this time of the month about what's going on with sales and stuff? Has anything been peculiar for you?
Difficult,
or just challenging. Challenging doesn't have to be bad or anything. Just something.
I'm gonna say YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say trying to get content out.
For you to participate, or for you to or just to get yourself started
to get content out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to say it like in a weird way, but I've gotten myself out there, so like everybody knows who I am. So I have a lot of followers, considering I have one video. But that was the most challenging to get that first one out. It's only been a few days now, but that was
You
the
know,
most
see,
challenging.
now you got it under your belt. Now it's easy, right? Just keep going.
No,
Just keep
not
going.
yet. Not yet.
You got this.
Not yet. But that's the most challenging.
That's awesome.
You go at your pace. We were talking about this. I don't know, where were we talking about this, Luis? We were talking about, like, just one of the biggest things this year is, like, burnout is, like, just this. Maybe it was just in a live chat somewhere else. This, maybe it was it on Friday or something? I don't know, but it comes up a lot. Is that the whole idea of us getting, like, kind of this taxed and getting a little burnt and just spent, and, like, we're just getting frustrated because we have a lot of things to do. Some of us have families, and then we want to enjoy this time that right now, like what we're having. We're being able to talk like this, all together. And it's hard to put that extra energy. So, like, where do you divide yourself in time? So, it's always about priority. I think it was Mo that's in the chat tonight. That's who it was. It was Mo, Reseller Niche. We just had this, like, deeply, conveyed talk. And I think, and it was also probably on my Sunday talk too. It's like, where's your priority? So, like, for you, Nana, where's your priorities right now? Your priorities probably with your family?
Family, yeah, absolutely. Family's priority most of the time, because you never know when they might be gone one day. So they definitely are priority. It's hard. It's really hard. Where do you draw that line? Where do you decide, okay, well, even though somebody wants you to do this or that for the day, and in the back of your head you got 10 things you need to list, and you got to do this, and you should do a video, and it's hard. It's really, really hard and every day is different. It just depends on what's going on that day. It's hard.
It's hard because, we call it our real world, like in our home, beyond these screens, and we close it down. People don't see what we really are doing, unless we share a little bit of it. And we do sometimes, but like you got your husband, and, like you had told me, there's some challenges surrounding that right now. And like you said, every day is a hard day, but we come here, I think sometimes, on YouTube, because it's another form of support. And that's something to be really grateful for, because there's a lot of us out there that, even though we have our immediate family, we have to digest this. And some of us, a way of internalizing it, in a way where we can kind of go, just hearing that, here's that one person says, "Hey, how you doing?" And what it could be behind Instagram, and it could be on Facebook, in your marketplace, where you do business with other, what I mean, like our other resellers. And
yeah, it's really hard to juggle it. And then, like, my husband, he's had the heart transplant. So, like, last week we had to go, and he had to have his double heart cath. And I was in the waiting room because everything going on, I'm not allowed to be with him. I had to stay out and stay down, which is never happened before. I've always been able to go with him.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, I heard you couldn't even go in the same room, and you're stuck in a room with a bunch of strangers where you may contract it.
But I went out of the waiting room, and I went into the hallway, and a few months ago I'd have never done this, but I just decided I'm going to go live. So I went live from the hospital in the hallway, and it was awesome. I loved it. It helped the time go by, and because I now think of everybody here like kind of like my family, So it was easier for me. Like I said, I was able to finally do that, and I could have never done that before. So I was interacting, and I was intertwining both my personal life with my husband and with all of my family on YouTube. That's one way of doing it,
It is that's a big thing to, constantly balance. And I think just the main thing is just kind of just go into your center, like, where is my priority? Like we were talking about, what do you do for yourself? And people will always be there. You'll find there's the people with the light, you know what I mean? The real, the good ones, they'll reach out to you. They'll be there.
Yeah. Yep.
And if they don't right away, we have to be this is that constant arduous, like, balance I was telling you, like, between the postal person and us, like them against me. No, it's never that. It's just about when we can come to that thing, you know. So we got.
And that's what I was saying. It just depends on the day and the time of day and what's happening in your life that day, what's going
Good point.
on,
It's
what you can
important to
give.
trust, remember though. It's hard
Mhm.
to, it's hard to balance that out. Like Luis, Luis has taken his time, you know, being here, but he's got children, and
Mhm.
you know, he's given an hour of his time when, you know, even though they're done with school right now, you know, he could be,
Yeah,
you know,
but you have children at home. That's why I don't know how some of these parents do it, to have even a part-time job and have little ones and doing eBay and doing YouTube.
ask
God
Luis.
bless them.
Well, that's Luis, and a lot of moms, and you know, and then single parents that are out there. It's hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And how about you? You know, Leroy. You know, like, what do you do like when you get in that constant jam thing? You know, it's like where you're kind of in that liminal space. Like, I guess that, you know, Trish and I, and you know, we're all kind of just talking about where's your go-to? Like, you know, for you, I think you're a man of faith, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. But
But
you
what
know, but you also have the community. Like, just for me, like if I'm having a bad day, I'll message you guys. Like, for instance, I didn't even know they were having a thing for Jennifer. Now Jennifer is a huge supporter for the community, and I'm not upset because I didn't contribute or I didn't even join, because I contact her on a weekly basis,
That's right.
not just through the chats. I didn't
Yeah.
know what was going on with Nana, with her husband, but I message her every couple of weeks. I message her on a private chat. Same thing with you.
But you know, that's the thread that, yeah, there will be these events, and it's hard to be everywhere all the time. You know, whether it's a supporting event, like, to me, that's pretty much what, you know, it's about. It's like, how can we support each other as resellers? So Nana or Trish, better known as you know, Nana Teak Treasures, Trish did a year ago. The reason we're bringing up this idea, and I thought, oh, that's what we're going to focus on. 1 year ago, she decided to do this video. And what was your first video about, Trish?
It was a hashtag SAR, support a reseller this holiday season. And
Wow.
that's why it's been 1 year. It was this last year, holiday season. Support another reseller, but it doesn't have to be just to buy a gift from another reseller and exchange it at Christmas time.
Nice.
It
Sort
could
of
be
what we're talking
different.
about, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, real quick, I want to say hi. Early Bird here. He's a gentleman. He's in my town, and I got to meet him on Instagram. So I just wanted to give a shout out. His name is Oscar. Everybody say hi to Oscar, and just, you know.
Hey, Oscar,
And
welcome.
Oscar, these are fine fellow resellers from all over the United States, you know. So we got some. Do you mind if I say, Trish, you're in Pennsylvania?
Not at all.
Okay. And we got
Go ahead.
Leroy. You tell him where you're at, Leroy.
South Carolina.
Yeah. And Cali Reseller Luis, my buddy here.
I'm in California.
He's out in the ocean, somewhere in the Pacific,
I'm
hiding.
in the West Coast.
He's in a boat somewhere.
Hey, you know, we're about 4 L's on here now, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see that. Emily Conway. Let's
That's
do a
right.
quick. Oh, look, picking in the hood. I love him. He's.
How you doing, Kevin?
Yeah, if you guys don't know Kev, gotta check his channel out. Like and
Yep.
subscribe to him. If you guys want to, he gives too much energy. I think he needs to calm it down a little bit. I love him. He gives his heart and soul. Kevin is awesome. You guys, if you don't know him, I got to know him through, you know, Derek's channel a little bit, but Kevin is a loving soul, man. Like, he's smart. He knows his reselling stuff. You guys go over there, like and subscribe to him. We got Jennifer back in the house here. Emily Conway. And thank you for being here, Emily. Emily was our first guest. And we
She was
had,
our first
of
guest,
course,
yeah.
Lady Luck Junk. She was here. She was one of our special guests, too. But Oscar's in the house, you guys. He's out of Austin, Texas. He's a local reseller, and he's just starting his YouTube thing, too, like last year, I think it was. So if you guys want to go over there and give him a little love and like and subscribe to him, feel free. He's trying to, you know, do like us. We're all just talking about it, keeping it real, keeping it, you know. And actually, I had this talk with Oscar. I hope he doesn't mind, but I'm not going to go into details. But we're like talking about how to find the real ones, how to find the person with the light, you know, how to find that person that is genuine. And it could be amongst resellers, and it helps if it's amongst resellers, because then we have somebody we have something in common with, right? You know? And so, like, really, I think it's really imperative and important that we find a support system, whether it's in our family and in addition to like YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform. Facebook's nice, but then like get to know them so you have somebody to check in with once a week or something. You know, hey, you doing okay? Good. All right. You know, I could say prayers and wishes for you. You know, just send them good energy. You know, and just be there.
Yeah, that's what Leroy says. He will just say hi to me, you know, and just check it in like that. That means so much, you know, more than any gift. It comes from the heart, and I'll tell you, God bless you for that.
You know, that's what Leroy was saying. Like, you know, I'm, you know, it doesn't matter. You don't never feel guilty if you can't monetarily give, because you're like Emily Conway. He says, you know, you have so much worth without having to do anything. You know, your value is in it's intrinsic, you know, in terms of like just, you know, what you do. By the way, Knight's Life, he's out of the UK. You guys, he's a really good guy too. I got to do a live with him, and I'm sure he concurs a lot of this. We're going to get him on a live one day too. There's just so many great people in this community. So we're all about the loving and sharing. Hey, it's guess who's in the house here? Brian. Almost called him Eric. And we got a lot of good folks. So, you know, it's like, and trying to remember all the names, but you know.
Oh, that's impossible. That's why I have a cheat sheet, because I'll never remember everybody's name. I can, like Leroy, of course, but
he says, "Hey, Louis, how do I message you my info?" Just is it in private? No, my Instagram shouldn't be private, but I do have a what do you call it down below, and we'll be in touch. I'll make sure we're going to make sure you get that. We'll talk after.
Your email.
My email is down below, I believe. I think we added it in the, you know, the information on the YouTube, but my Instagram shouldn't be in private. I don't think so.
Is it a request that he has to request for it to be?
If it is, just write it and I'll accept it. It may be. I don't know. Thank you for saying that, Trish. Mine does that sometimes. It filters. I don't know what that's all about. Go ahead.
I apologize to everyone. I'm usually very focused when I'm on these, but I have a football game that I need to watch. I'm gonna probably be late.
Oh, football!
But I gotta watch that at 5:30, and I'm trying to get a couple listings done before.
No, it's all good, man. Appreciate you being here.
I'm so happy you came in, Leroy. You just don't know how happy that made me.
No, any time. You know, the thing is,
you're
like,
still our special guest.
Nana knows. You know, I mean, Louie, you know too. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and the thing is, I never had support. Never ever had support. I tell my family and friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." But now with the community, it's like, you know, like you said, there's times where I'm down and out, and if you watch my Instagram, you'll see I'll just like try to lift everybody else up, even though I'm down.
Yeah.
But I won't show it. And I just try to look. Or there's days where I'm not down. And like the other day I did a post, I had my head down. And I just said, like, you know, keep your head up, always look forward and try to do your best. I wasn't down that day. I was happy. I don't know why I did it. It just happened.
Yep.
I'm glad you said that. You know, it's just that first step. It's just those, or just taking steps, you know, to be included. But you have to do it yourself, you know, and that's awesome that you did that. So
my smoke alarm is going off. I hope you don't hear that.
Oh no, is everything okay?
It's fine.
If you need to go for a sec or go, I understand, Nana.
No, my husband's out there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was about. Okay.
He's probably cooking dinner.
He's telling you it's time to go.
Are you saying that he's burning something on the stove?
Maybe.
Well, we are kind of close to the time here, and real quick, and then look at that, bad Leroy.
Leroy, better than the junkyard dog.
No.
Yeah, we thank everybody for being here. Oh, and Duncan VR's here. Hey,
Duncan.
This is another reseller. This one's from over in Auslan, right?
No, yeah.
Good. I think so. We you know, there's so many things we can do and talk about, and this is great. And what I love is, like, you know, here's a community, and we got people from Australia, United Kingdom, you know, all over the United States, and we're hoping to getting more inclusive people. I'm finding people in my neighborhood coming in today, you know, I'm just so grateful. Like Oscar came in. He's a nice guy, you know. And then there was the other nice lady too that we met earlier. Trish had met on an auction, and she came in. You know, there's just so many people I can't even just like tell you, you know.
Yep.
And then Wendy, she lost. I guess she said something got hacked. I guess she lost her thing. I hope everything works out for you, Wendy.
Oh, is that why she changed her little avatar? Oh,
Yeah, she had a little thing about something about, I don't know what it was, but it was just something happened to her where it's, you know. And J. Marie, where's J. Marie from? Do you guys know? I forget. But I'm back at the beginning of the chat, so we'll see. Let me see.
I don't know where Jay is, but
Yep.
I sure like that bluebird.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to get one more guest here, but they're having technical difficulties. Maybe I should say it. We were going to have, and she tried. Okay, I'm going to give her a lot of credit. We were going to have Jennifer Hayes on today. She's having technical difficulties. So
We
it's
had
not
some
her
technical
fault.
difficulties. Yeah.
She had some camera issues. I'm talking to her right now. So let me see what I can do here. But I think she sent me something about her browser has been blocked. And so I don't know if you're listening still, Jennifer, but sometimes I found when I go through my phone, if you can go through, it's called Google Chrome. That helps. I've had to do that so many times, like with Zoom and stuff, but it may not work today. We'll have to have her on another day.
Yep.
And that was kind of going to be our surprise guest upon another surprise guest, you know. And
Is she actually going to show her face?
well, she said she was going to at least use the mic. So
Yeah.
that would be a joy too. But you know what? It's okay. She was
That's
willing.
all right.
She
That's all
considered
right.
it, and she
Yeah.
did try.
She did try. So yeah.
We'll
look
get
at
her just like we got you, Leroy.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll do that. Maybe Dana, Dana, would you be willing to come on and you don't have to show your face, or maybe peek and just go, boop, and then just hide it again and do a song or something, you know.
Can't that woman sing? Her and Emily. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, I think Danica too, wasn't she? Yeah, she did a little song too.
Yes, no, she does more acting and running around and dancing. Dancing in that blue wrench. Of course, I kind of messed that up for her. Gave it away who it was ahead of time. I'm old. What do you want?
It was still great, though. It was great.
Oh, Kevin, she had some technical difficulties. Her microphone is just kaput. But let me type and tell her. I'll just say that's okay. So just to make her not feel bad. So I'm
praying she gets a new computer.
Well, it sounds like maybe. We'll hope so. Let me give her a little heart here because bless her heart, she tried and we understand. She's busy too, and she's got she's got kids she's trying to raise too. This is a hard time of year, like trying to do all this stuff.
Really hard.
Yeah. It's a pain in the neck, these things that have come up. But the thing is I guess what we talked about, maybe let's sum it up, is just how do you react to negative situations? Do you have to be the person that's going to stay negative in that situation, or can you transform past it? Can you go beyond it and just say, you know what, this isn't even worth it. It's like, I'm not saying where somebody, keeps abusing a situation or something, but this is a time of year where we can just and we have to be on our best behaviors as business models, right? We're business folks. We should be really grateful that we have a lot of buyers out there. Especially in a time that is, people could be tightening that money, and I think it might tighten up a little bit. We don't know, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
But, well, Nana, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I wanted to come on a long time ago, but there again, priorities.
Well, and there may be a day where we're going to mix you up and put somebody else with you, and we're going to invite Leroy back. And Leroy, thank you for coming on. We know you're busy. We know you got your football game going down. So
no, I'm actually still listing. I just when I list, I have to shut my mic off because I need to use the mic to list.
Oh, I totally get it. No, I'm like that too. That's why I don't like doing lives a lot, because I got to use this. Right now, I'm on a laptop in the back room, which I hardly use. I don't use it for listing. I do it in another room where I keep a lot of my junk. And so it's always that arduous balance. We'll figure it out. Well, the people that won those cards, contact us. And you know what? we're just grateful for everybody that's in this community and in this chat today. Thank you for coming in. We've had, quite a few people. And the Cap Guy, thank you for coming in all the way from Oklahoma. We're gonna
The Cap Guy, yay!
It's not really him, it's JT writing, right?
Yeah, JT Ryder.
JT's writing it all. AJ, thank you for coming in. Oh, thank you. She says, hi all. Just wanted to say hello and give you my support. We really means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
AJ.
And then this is what Jennifer says. I don't know something about how to get into my browser and my phone change setting. Yeah, I'll help you with that another day. What I've learned sometimes it may just be something you're tapping into. I found like with Zoom, I can't log into Zoom on my phone unless I use Google Chrome. But I don't know if that's the same with you too. So
yep, same.
Well, thank you for trying, Jennifer.
Thanks, Jennifer.
We're gonna get you another day. We'll help you once you get a new computer set up and figure it all out.
Yep.
Yeah, we enjoy this. There's a lot of Texans in here today, except for Picking in the Hood. But I bet you he's got good barbecue up there where he's at too. I know it. Oh, look who jumped in. Jeff, thank you for coming in today. You missed our contest. We gave away a couple of Starbucks cards, and we just thank you guys for being here. Jeff, if you guys don't know his channel, he's been interviewing, talking about a mindfulness of this time of year, just the connection of resellers. Jeff is doing us a service on YouTube. I don't know if we know this or not, but he's having people come on his show and by the droves, and he's trying to get as many people, and he does like sometimes 2 or 3 on a week, and some pretty heavy hitters too. But he's also getting a lot of new folks, which I think is important for us to become more familiar and get more acquainted, and just make this thing, wonderful. So you can be like Nana Tink Treasure and, 1 year later come back and she's given us her, a gracious time to say, hey, look, I'm here. I'm doing this. She's 1,000. Can you believe that? How did that feel for you when you hit that margin?
It was amazing. Actually, I didn't expect it at all. I didn't know it was going to happen, and it did. And I feel wonderful about it and great. But then on the other hand, I kind of feel sad. And I just, because, Adventures with Victoria. I mean, her and I have been together for months now, and her on my channel and her support me. And there's so much that she did for me, and I'm trying to help her. And I feel like she should be where I'm at, or close to it anyways. I mean, she's got over 800 and something. She just seems to be sticking around 800. So I know that it was asked before if I'm doing a party for my 1 year, and I don't know about that yet. I may or may not, because hitting at the same time, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do know that once Victoria hits her 1,000, we're both going to have a huge party on my channel together, and I might do something separate a little bit on my own, and then she probably will too. But together, we're going to throw something. And if anybody remembers me or has followed me since day one, when I gave away, I did a 300 subscriber giveaway, and I'm talking money. I don't just do stuff. I do money. And then I doubled it up when I did my 600 subscriber giveaway. Well, now at 1,000, I'm just going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be a lot. So, and with Victoria joining me together, we're going to have a big, big bash. So as soon as she gets there, people, as soon as she gets there, the sooner the party will happen. Okay. Until then, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
That's okay. The time will come. I remember when you were talking to, and she was just in here. I don't know if she's still here. It was Emily, and
Emily has helped me from day one. Emily, that girl, I wouldn't be here right now.
That live. It was Emily. Wonderful, because like you were on just a little before her, and she said she remembers watching you. And
that girl helped. Not only has that girl helped me on eBay and helped me get my YouTube going, I did not know anything about YouTube. She had to teach me. That girl, Emily, has taught me. And not only that, but in my personal and in my private life. Before she even knew me, because when I was first watching her, this is when my husband was actually having his heart transplant.
Yes.
And I would sit in the room and I would cry, listen to her sing, because her music just comes to my heart. So she didn't even know me really, and I'm watching her and crying to her music because just trying to get through. So this girl has helped me. Emily, I owe her.
When I
more
heard
than-
that story, I was just like, it was just breathtaking to go. We don't know.
Girl.
It just takes that one little grain of just hello. I hope you have a wonderful day. You know, I'm thinking of you. And just by her being her singing, and you were the lady waiting in the waiting room, that year ago.
Yeah, she
but
definitely has a piece of my heart because.
And as well as she should.
Yeah, there it is, Victoria. We've done so much together. I want her to be with me. We got to grow together, and like I said, it feels great. I'm amazed at 1K. Emily helped me get that too. Actually, overnight, I looked at my YouTube. I had like 60 some subscribers, and I'm thinking YouTube made an error, and that's going to be taken away. But then Emily shows me what she's doing. She's posting me all over her Instagram, all over her Facebook. She's doing all kinds of stuff.
She may have reached like 1,000 before you, but it wasn't long. You were like right there. And
yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think what it is it sounds so cliche. I know you know this, Leroy. I know, Luis, you've heard this too. And Trish, when I say this, you go, yeah, that's the story, is that it's not the destination. Mm-hmm. It's that journey as you go along.
That's why you say, how does it feel hitting it? It's kind of, it's great. And I'm just like, but there's just so much more than just hitting it. It's been a year. It's been friendship. It's been help. It's been challenges. It's been mountains to climb and falling down on your face and then getting back up, So there's a lot.
Like I was talking to Dave the other day, and and I keep bugging him like, hey, when you're ready, come on our channel. And I know he's a really busy guy. He's a hard one to pinpoint. But I was on a live with him. It turns out Friday, and like he just pops on, and I'm like, okay, and we're talking, and I was telling him like, what else? We were talking about channels and the stress behind it, and that's where it was. That's what I was telling about, the stress between being a YouTuber and balancing your life out. Now, let alone you throw in being a reseller, that's a lot. But we were talking about on Lorena's and Marcus's channel, and as you know, they did their last Friday for right now. They're bowing out, and they're not going to do the Friday night show for a while. And long story short, I go on to thank them and stuff, and remind them that they're still a great asset to this community because they've been here all along. And Dave came on, and we were talking about that too, and balancing. How do you do it? Because like Dave has a full-time job, and he's got kids, and and he gave some great advice, and how do you do it, and it's like you really just got to kind of constantly throw those little things and figure out what your priorities are and where you need to be. And it's always that constant balance. If he can be somewhere, he tries to be there. And if he can't, you don't take it personal. You just kind of go on and do your things.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something he said, but I forgot. Yeah, running off on tangents. And we are kind of running afterwards. And I'd love to talk to you guys a lot, but we're like 10.
I know. We could talk all night, buddy.
Yeah. And you know what it is because we enjoy the authenticity between resellers that happen to care. Not just that we're resellers and we have a lot in common. We can share knowledge all the time. Mm-hmm. But if you don't share that wisdom, and the wisdom is the emotional intelligence. Well, and if you don't know what that word is, it is sort of psychological, but in the business world, we use it too. If you don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to kind of like take that to a different level, then you can't connect with business people. You can't connect, with people on a day-by-day lesson, like, you can gripe at your doctor all you want, but if you're mean to them, why do they want to take care of you? The same goes for like your postal person, this and that. Just really try to work on improving you and do what you can and be mindful. And it shows. It may take weeks before somebody goes, you know what? I'm sorry I was mean to you. This and like I've had people come back to me and I'm like, I never expected that one out of your mouth, and it's like, but it goes to show we're all human beings. And we all have faults. We're not perfect. We all do our best, Look at Jennifer. Even though she had technical difficulties, she's back in the chat. And what is she doing?
Dropping those links.
Yeah.
Dropping those links like they're hot potatoes.
Yeah.
He drops them like they're hot.
Yeah.
Well, this was a joyful and a simple conversation, but it was a complex one, I think.
Mhm.
It's something I think we can all talk about, in a dialogue upon dialogue. And, we can carry it in different directions. But more importantly, there's other folks out there that can talk about it. And there's folks in the chat that were from the United Kingdom and Australia. And I think we all have that commonality, is that where can we be to do our best? You don't have to be that far. You can just be in your moment and just take a deep breath. And then when you go to meet somebody, you don't have to show them your stressful face. You don't have to be, in a rude disposition. You don't have to write a mean email. Now, I think another topic that Luis and I talked about, Luis is actually the one who gave me the idea. Luis and I were talking, we're like, wow, wouldn't that be nice if we saw more often? Because once in a while we see a weird etiquette in the live chats. So I don't know if maybe we'll talk about it next week, but we're going to talk about it soon. What do you think, Luis?
Yeah, I think it's a subject that we should talk about, because I know it's been going on for a while now. So I think it's just time to kind of express a little bit and just try to get everybody back on track with this situation.
Bring it open, bring it out.
Bring it out. Yeah, let's just keep it positive and let's keep supporting each other. Yeah,
it's not that we're like pointing fingers or saying, those people and this person's being rude, but it is a nice chance so that maybe that person that's doing it may hear it in a different way. When you hear it in a different way, you can go, oh crud, was I being rude? Yikes.
Yeah.
Like I caught somebody was kind of being a little weird and creepy to another person's wife that was in the chat. They're like, hey, cutie. And I'm like, no. And I wrote them and I said, not the place to do
Not appropriate.
Yeah, exactly.
Not appropriate. I said, that is not appropriate. That's actually what I said. That's inappropriate is what I told them.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Oh, I'm like, really? If you don't get it, you need to be aware and be mindful.
I like KJ's statement. Did you read what KJ said?
Put it up, Louie.
Let me go back to KJ. Is it down? Let me see if it just came. Was it? Well, oh, here we go. Let's read this out.
There you go.
Go ahead, Luis. You read it.
It says, when I began watching YouTube videos, I was amazed to find a group like you, also authentic. You actually restored my faith and humanity.
Thank you, KJ. Thank you.
That's KJ. I love KJ.
Thank you, KJ. That's some real talk right there.
Trying to thank you. This is why,
He's a man that sold on eBay and had a store and everything years ago, and now he's not able to do that. So he kind of lives through us now, by all of us. He can't do it, but boy, he sure wishes.
Yeah.
Well, KJ, but you're still part of our community.
That's right.
KJ,
don't feel like
never
you're.
stop being a part of our community.
Yep. Once you're a reseller, you're always a reseller, no matter what.
Because by you being here, KJ, if you're listening still, by you being here, by every one of you being here, by Leroy's busy right now, but he stopped in to kind of just give us his presence, and just by Leroy being here, we love him, because we know you got a heart of gold. Nana and Trish is a really heart of gold, layered with silver and more gold. Let me tell you, and she just, she's busy.
How much money are you asking for money?
I'm just asking for a hug one day when we meet at an eBay open. Yeah, it's hard. We're all in this world of like, but like with guys like that we just met, KJ and stuff. It's like if they didn't come in the chat and just say what they feel and think, and but I'm talking about in sincere ways, like everybody does, and like look at this for example. Oh wait a minute! I got the
Far North Thrift.
Far North Thrift.
And like Jennifer's always, people thank her. She still takes a moment to say, "You're welcome."
Welcome.
That's courtesy on courtesy. But hey, Far North Thrift, thank you for being here. Welcome, you guys. Once again, go back and subscribe. I'm sorry if I didn't give you blue wrenches, but Jennifer's throwing out links. She'll do as fast as she can. She may not be able to get to it. But Far North Thrift is here. Wonderful. Oh, I love Far North Thrift. You guys are in Alaska, and she did a giveaway the other night. And she is so bubbly. I believe it is. If it is who I think it is. I get names mixed up, and I beg your pardon if I'm wrong. But on Instagram, I think you gave a giveaway, like more than one. And if it is who I think it is, and her and her husband are resellers. And if you don't know them, follow them on Instagram. And oh my God, just a delight. Just a delight to see these people when they get to, do their interactions and the way they care and give and stuff. You know, there's so many people here. This is a fine fellow too. I hope to do another live with him. Maybe one day we'll do a transatlantic talk. We'll see about that. I got something in the works. We'll figure that out too.
Yep.
Oh, you don't have a YouTube channel? Okay. But then are you on Instagram, right?
Instagram. Yeah, they don't. Oh, not yet. I like that word yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Then that's maybe how I'm following, because it was on Instagram who I'm thinking of. But you're here and you're on YouTube. But guess what? Yet, if you don't have a YouTube and you are who I think you are, you will be an amazing presence. You're like a glow of light. I'm telling you. And I want to say, Far North Thrift, you're in Alaska, right? Just remind me.
Yeah, Jennifer just dropped Far North Thrift's Instagram on the chat.
Perfect. Thank you. What's this say? Oh, you know what, Emily? But I learned from you, and I learned from all of you guys. You know, each one of you, we're mirroring each other. Like it's not to, to kiss up to each other, but like it's like you guys are the reminders of me to remember to kind of go, yeah, just be yourself, be your true self, just be kind. Give a compassionate little bit of glow. And this is the time we kind of need it, because I hate to say it, this is supposed to be a joyful and gracious, wonderful time for all different faiths and belief, but it can be a very stressful time for people.
Yep.
And so we can just put a little joy in it. Go ahead, Leroy.
Go ahead, Leroy.
And I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, always try to reach out to somebody, or if you're feeling something, and you're like, oh, I want to give. Well, my birthday was last week, and I spent my birthday trying to make a video, because the gift I wanted for my birthday was to give a video to you guys.
And it worked.
I'm not happy with the video, but that's what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to spend the time. I took time aside, and I made a little video, and had somebody help me edit it, and I put it out for everybody else. Like, it's amazing what you get for everybody like responding and all these comments, and I'm trying to get used to it, but all I'm trying to say is it's not about me, it's about everybody. Like, just say hello, or send an Instagram message, or before Christmas time, we might not have time to say hi to anybody, but if you have a few minutes now, try to do it now.
Yep, that's true.
Thank you for that, Leroy. Well, on that note, let's put a little end note to this. We're going to call that round 1. We'll come back again and do this again one day. And we just thank you guys. Thank you for being here as our special guest, because you guys really are special beyond you. You're just even knowing it, because people love you. And I see how people react to you. And I know that if that's how I feel, it's legit. People are just, they adore you guys and everything you guys have done. And we just, we're grateful for everything that everybody's doing in this community. And the more we can kind of just, not take it for granted, we get up at a grumpy side of the day. Oh, I didn't get my coffee. Oh, I'm hungry, or this or that. Check in with somebody. You'll have an honest person go, hey, go take a nap. Did you eat? Did you? No. Well, we'll have people here reminding each other,
You've done that to me many times, Louie. You've messaged me and said, okay, I know you're a day. Did you eat? Did you get something to drink? Take a little rest. You have done that many times to me, many times. I thank you.
No, thank you.
Because I laugh and I say, well, no, I haven't done that. No, I haven't done that. And no, I can't do that.
And
then I breathe. Yes.
Yeah. And then you just kind of go, thank you again.
But I say thank you, Louie. I'll try. That's what I say when you do that to me. I'm like, okay, Louie, I'll try.
This fine gent here, you guys got to go. You guys got to make more connections. Like, no disrespect, we have a great tight circle, but one of my goals in the next coming year, I think Luis and I will talk about this more, but at least for me, I want to do this, is get more cross boundaries. Like, whether it's geological, it's like whatever. There are a lot of fine people all over this world, and like this gent here, I got to speak with. I mean, he goes by Knight's Life. That's not his real name, and we just had a common, funny, little quaint live, and it wasn't very long, and that was it. But it's like, it's such a joy to go, wow, this person's across the pond, and and it's like, it's just good to know that there's just fine people out there, resellers of all kinds, and you can learn from everybody. Just that stuff what we're talking about, not necessarily maybe on the finance side, but I think it's we're getting to a global perspective here pretty quick. And then
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. You know, if the post offices can ever kind of come together and not cheat us out, we'll figure out how to ship it, you know. But on that note,
awesome.
let's give our last minutes of wise words. I'm just going to say, maintain your focus, elevate. Luis, what do you got to say?
He's mute. Muted.
There you go. Guys, it's because the kids are a little loud, so I had to mute it. But back to what I was saying, make sure if you guys are feeling burnout, take a, you know what, stop, take a step back, you know, relax, go for a walk in your yard,
Drink
you know,
your
drink
water.
some water. Yeah, look, I have mine too. Drink your water, you know, clear your mind a little bit, you know, and then get back to it. You know, it does happen, and it happens to us all in different ways, but don't feel like you're alone. I know this time of the season it gets a little hectic with everything, but
just tell one person that you trust and love, and just say, "Hey, listen, I'm feeling pooped." You know, that's all you got to say. And they'll go, "Well, what's the problem?"
Yeah, I reach out to Louie every day. Me and him talk every day. You know, we check on each other, make sure we're good and we're on track. You know, like Louie was saying, if you need to reach out to somebody, just like Leroy said too. You know, feel free to reach out, you know, whether a phone call, through Instagram, whatever. We're all here to support each other.
It's a lot of work, but you know what? Start with one person. Just start with one person, and I guarantee you're going to get so much more back, even if that person can't articulate, if that person doesn't know how to listen well. It's okay. You can teach each other. You can listen to each other. You can just be there for each other. And sometimes, you know, just listening is all it takes. That person just needed a vent, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No, and it does help, you know. It does help to be able to talk to someone and just, you know, kind of let it out and just, okay, you know, kind of get refocused again. And once you're done, you're like, okay, I feel a lot better. Let's get back into what we're doing. And you get back at it again. You know, I mean, everybody here, like I said, this is a great community, and we're all here for each other. And we're going to continue to grow as a community and continue to support each other as a community as well.
Most definitely. 6-hour show, please. Duncan, we can't be here all day.
I know, right?
Let's go with Leroy, and we're going to end it with you, Trish.
What am I doing?
Just being you.
Anything you want to say, Leroy?
Anything you want to give us?
Just smile, you sweetie. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want everybody to subscribe to Nana Tank. Make sure you say hello to her when you can. Say hello to Louis when you get a chance.
Yep.
Say hello to Louie when you get a chance, and don't message me.
Not today. Tomorrow.
But anytime, guys. Thank you so much to all the community. Thank you, Louie, for inviting me. And Nana, anytime, you know that.
I know, sweetie. I know. We got it.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you guys message Leroy after this live. No, I'm just playing. I know he's busy. I know he's busy.
Now.
Yeah,
just
make sure
just tell him you love him. That's all you got.
No, just playing.
You know, I love all you guys. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
me come on,
reseller.
talking to you. I just love you guys. I love everybody in the community. I really do. I've always had a hard time because I still think I'm the oldest, and it's been a struggle for me for that. But everybody here has been so kind. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I really do belong here.
Good.
And I thank every one of you. I thank all of you guys. So thank you.
I don't know. Thank you, Nana, for being here. Everybody have a good weekend. Remember, this is probably one of the last weekends before fourth quarter's over, but it's not just about fourth quarter. It's just about keeping
It's not the weekend. This is the beginning of the week.
Yeah, it's really Monday.
Well, this weekend, I am losing it, but like this weekend coming up is one of our last weekends before like the end of the fourth quarter is what I meant. Like, so like it's probably like the last real big rich one. So like get ready for who knows what returns. Weird things, maybe a lot of people buying stuff.
More sales.
Yeah. So go out and go get your supplies today or tomorrow if you need to kind of get some more boxes and bubble wrap and stuff. But on that note, while Leroy's left the building, we're going to say goodbye.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Thank you guys.